They truly believed Chrissy Lampkin could slither her way past the internet's nose. Oh honey, not in this lifetime, because the footage that just hit the timeline is so messy, embarrassing, and so plainly genuine. Even her devoted ride or Dion Club can't spin this one clean picture of a gloomy hotel bathroom with cheap perfume fogging the air and our queen of unbothered fumbling with not one but two pregnancy tests, swapping wipes, muttering into her burner phone like she's smuggling state secrets instead of fake baby news. How many times did she stare Jim Jones dead in the eye and declare he was going to be a father again? How many phony tears on VH1? How many clickbait headlines milked for sympathy and sponsor money? Etc. up, because this hotel toilet leak stretches every line to 4,000 daylight, and believe me, once you view it, you can't unsee a dot, so don't even consider about scrolling away. This is the controversy. Could explode what's left of Dipset's delicate legacy, and after you learn who helped her pull this off, you'll want to hurl your phone at the wall if you've been anywhere near Harlem's rumor throughout the last 24 hours. You already know Chrissy Lampkin's squeaky clean homecoming tour recently collided headfirst into a nasty hotel bathroom door, literally, because what the world is calling another ugly celebrity leak is really much bigger, nastier, and more strategic than people think. First things first, let's bring the skeletons back out of the closet, shall we? Chrissy Lampkin has been riding the tide of second chances ever since her teary love and hip-hop reunion, where she portrayed the devoted fiancé battling for her king Jim Jones. Fans ate it up, the dramatic eyelashes, the whispered, "I'm too genuine for this" one-liners, the promise of a wedding that never quite arrived. But beneath the mascara and meme-worthy GIFs was always the same old question: why does everyone the trash? Led directly back to a hotel room with a shut door and no cameras allowed until now. What fans forget is that Chrissy Lampkin never moves alone. For years, industry chatter swirled about tight inner circle, the ones who do her dirty work, smooth up the mistakes, and appear to maintain spare pregnancy tests on fast dial, and when you add Cameron's name into that mix, wow, that's not a scandal, but a time bomb that's been ticking since Dipset's golden days. Sources. Yep, the same unidentified insiders that usually crop up just when a reality check strikes hardest. I guarantee that this wasn't Chrissy's first hotel bathroom switcheroo. Back in 2019, she did the same maneuver during a so-called surprise baby pitch to lock down a spin-off deal with VH1, it nearly working too, except Cameron, the petty king himself, gained wind and threatened to drop receipts until she cut him back in on a hush arrangement that never quite got paid in full. Fast forward to present. The internet's favorite auntie gets sloppy. A hidden camera? A housekeeping crew with sticky fingers? Or, according to the pettiest sections of Harlem, a certain pink icon slipped that camera in himself simply to remind everyone who truly rules the rumor economy around here. And the footage is wonderfully rough at first, then clear enough to show Chrissy Lampkin pacing in a cheap cloak, speaking into her phone, fumbling to test sticks, and dumping the actual one right into a hotel trash bin designated cleaning. With just a man's voice questioning whether she's sure this is going to work, not Jim's voice, by the way. Not even near fans detected it quickly. The sound matched another voice, a recognizable Harlem accent with too much swagger to disguise Cameron the same. Cameron, let's be honest, has been circling this entire Dipset soap opera for decades. One minute he's Jim's brother. The next he's the shadow beneath Chrissy's porch light at 2:00 a.m. I'm dropping cryptic poems about snatching the queen when the king's asleep. But if you think Jim Jones didn't notice something dodgy, oh come. The man has been living under the same house with Harlem's most creative pandemonium queen for over 20 years. People close to the marriage. Yep, the same ones who profess they love both sides. Believe Jim Jones has his own burner phones, secret trackers, and a handful of surveillance recordings nobody's ever dared leak. He's not ignorant, he's just tired. So when the hotel bathroom video dropped on a fan website and racked up 1 million views before breakfast, Jim Jones did not rant. He did not publish a black square with cryptic comments like the previous time he leaned back, drank a drink, and informed one source the next tour manager turned podcast rumor. But he'd let the internet complete what he began. Meanwhile, Chrissy's crew hurried for damage control. Her cousin went live on TikTok shouting about deepfakes and AI wizardry. An old hairstylist sent up tweets about how these blogs simply want page views. Even Mona Scott Young, who appears to be somewhere in Bali dodging subpoenas, put out a 6-word comment through a burnt-out PR staffer. No remark, no engagement, no issue. Photos of Chrissy Lampkin strolling around suspicious hotel lobbies after pretending she was visiting relatives upstate and leaking online where she jokes pregnancy cells. Ask Mona, and the part that truly split the fan base. The test switch wasn't even about preserving Jem. Reportedly, it was about keeping the narrative line alive long enough to bag a new spin-off contract numerous times. Insiders claim VH1 in a big-name streaming service were sniffing around a Jim Jones and Chrissy Lampkin next chapter docuseries, but when Jim Jones dragged his heels on recording new footage, Chrissy Lampkin decided to launch manufactured drama. One person with close links to the production said flatly she needed a hook. Fake pregnancy is a simple tabloid fix. She assumed nobody would ever see the raw receipts. Guess what, auntie? The raw receipts are replayed on TikTok as well as a melancholy piano music, and no filter will make it vanish. Oh, and that man's voice in the background. Some think it was Cameron instructing her. Others believe it was Reggie, the same so-called family friend implicated for every shady hotel meet since the 2017 accusations. Regardless, the damage has been done. So, where does this leave Jim Jones? Is just where he's always been. Stern, silent, and low-key scheming retribution maneuvers you won't see coming until the next leak hits, according to various confirmed fan pages. All album, no features, no apologies, just genuine Harlem anguish played over vintage Dipset beats. And don't think for a second that the courtroom will sit this one out after the tape went viral. A tiny birdie at the Manhattan civil clerk's office said that Jim's lawyer filed an emergency move to freeze joint assets connected to Chrissy's baby storyline profits, which spin-off checks, sponsored brand partnerships, and influencer money may all be tied up while the court decides if fraud or defamation is on the table. Guess who's selling gear with the leaked thumbnail emblazoned dead center on a t-shirt? Cameron. Limited edition sold out in 20 minutes because if there's anything Harlem values more than devotion, it's pettiness marketed to last dime. But brace up because this ride is just halfway down the hill. Just when you think this toilet bombshell can't get nastier, someone is ready to flick the switch on a sealed email thread that links Mona Scott back into the cover-up, and that's precisely where we're heading next. Mona Scott Young undoubtedly assumed Bali's ocean breeze would drown out any heat from Chrissy's sketchy hotel fiasco, but Harlem gossip hits harder than a tsunami because just as fans gathered their breath after the bathroom switch leak, a sealed email thread reportedly direct from Mona's, the production inbox opened up like Pandora's box on steroids, and the receipts in there make the hotel video look like a teaser trailer. Word on the street is that this email chain started 6. Chrissy Lampkin originally proposed a baby twist months ago to make her and Jim Jones relevant as Jim Jones ghosted reunion shooting and refused to record romantic sequences for the Big Dozer's pitch. Mona, known to milk drama like a seasoned dairy farmer, evidently loved the concept but required flawless images to sell it to advertising. One source, a former intern who claims they departed after being ordered to cleanse film, says Mona's camp prepared discreet hotel arrangements for Chrissy Lampkin under phony identities. Why a hotel? Simple nosy neighbors, no odd relatives seeing her with 2 pregnancy tests. In the leaked thread, Chrissy Lampkin asks Mona's aide, "Is Cameron going to be cool with this? He better keep his mouth shut tight till we secure the reunion payment." And Mona's own response, "If he wants his piece, he'll play nice. Don't screw with the timeline. People must think the baby is real until part 2. Booma full and B." The time these emails reached gossip pages, Mona's representatives had already threatened a cease. Letters to any site daring to post screenshots to late Harlem blogs run quicker than subpoenas. Twitter screenshots were circulated, preserved, and sent into oblivion. The hashtags #Chrissy Lampkin, pregnant homosexual, and #Mona News started trending before morning, while Chrissy's cousin, yes, the same one that labeled the bathroom clip AI deep phony bullshit, turned radio silence. Her hair, the stylist removed the tweets, Mona's assistant closed their Instagram, and Cameron did not lock anything. He went live with no beautiful setup, no publicist prepared script, just Cameron in his car, hoodie up, blaring dips, set oldies in the background while sipping green juice. She ran up 50,000 my views and one phrase before finishing the broadcast said, "Y'all, she was never faithful. You owe me an apology." Fans lost their heads. Meme sites stitch Cameron arrogant grin over video of Chrissy Lampkin fumbling test sticks, replete with trap music and text overlays. Devotion, never heard of her. Even Jimsound mother Mama Jones joined the fray, apparently saying a friend via FaceTime, which of course was leaked. "She disgraced my baby for $1. She was never going to marry him, never." Behind closed doors, Jim's legal team took it up 10 levels. Multiple sources indicate they subpoenaed Mona's production servers, seeking raw videos, original hotel footage, and any audio files showing collusion word is Homeland Security Cyber Unit is lurking too, since there's rumors that some hush money crosses state borders through Shem LLCs, making it wire fraud territory DA. And if that seems like too much for a bogus baby test, welcome to 2025. Harlem Darling controversy doesn't sleep here. It grows while Chris's crew botched PR reasons. More receipts continued appearing on a fan blog, dropped a never-before-seen footage from the same hotel night. Chrissy Lampkin pacing phone stuck in her ear stating he'll believe it if we weep on camera, Mona said, cry sells. The man's voice responds, if this gets out, I'm leaking the old message too. People swear it's Cameron, others say it's Reggie. The elusive third wheel in this poisonous soap opera. Regardless, that old voicemail, nobody is prepared for the ultimate boss. Meanwhile, marketers are worried. One vitamin firm, who ironically supported Chrissy's pregnancy health journey on Instagram, secretly removed their posts and deactivated promo code connected to her profile photos. Reveal the brand D&D fans pledging refunds on any Chrissy Lampkin bundles purchased this month hurt. Do production insiders shriek left and right. One junior editor revealed anonymously that they created 5 phony pregnancy announcement scenes in the previous 2 years. None of them aired since Chrissy Lampkin never delivered the goods. Instead, they repeated the video for trailers and reunion sneak glimpses to keep fans hooked. So while the internet yells over one sketchy hotel clip, individuals in the know say the true horror tale is how many people ate off. This lie produces brand managers, social media teams, spin-off sponsors, even Jim's team, who rumor claims thought something smelt odd but played along for a check. But the leak train didn't stop there. Emails and behind-the-scenes murmurs. Late yesterday night, a former camera operator revealed what's now termed the raw hallway Cameron surveillance film, showing Chrissy Lampkin entering the hotel with a male. It is Cameron in disguise, grainy, sure, but the swagger is evident. Harlem doesn't forget a pinky ring in a limp. The hallway camera shows them laughing. Chrissy Lampkin concealing her face, video pulling up his hoodie. Then bam, right into that historic bathroom, which by now could be the most repeated toilet in reality TV history. As this grew, Jim's silence transformed into a weapon. He published a mysterious Instagram story, a dark screen with a single line, it all comes out eventually. He didn't tag Chrissy Lampkin, he didn't tag Cameron, he didn't have to. Harlem knows who's who. In this mess, followers filed a change.org or petition to remove Chrissy Lampkin from any future Love and Hip Hop episodes. Another group launched a crowdfunding website for Jin's therapy. Legal fees are sheer internet clownery, but it demonstrates how involved people are. And as the globe tosses hashtags like knives, guess who's ready to profit again? Cameron Merch Shop reloaded. The viral The Toilet Clip shirt is now available as a hoodie. And the limited edition rolling tray sold out in 18 minutes. Reorders are pending. Meanwhile, Mona Scott Young is May, and her official page is curiously quiet. Rumor has it that she is meeting with a crisis PR agency and attorneys to find out how to turn this catastrophe into a redemption storyline. Maybe even a new Dozori's Chrissy Lampkin versus Harlem. The real confession. Certain, if Mona breathes on it, she'll find a way to transform pain into ad income. But one leak still remains sealed, whispered about in corners of Harlem barbershops. Chrissy's so-called voicemail. Mona days after the switch. Numerous sources claim it's rawer than the hotel footage, more damaging than the email chain, and ready to bring every player, even Cameron, back into oh, yeah. And if Homeland Security truly wants to bury their teeth into this, then the entire Love and Hip Hop company might be compelled to release its finances for the first time ever. Transactions, phantom payrolls, fake pregnancies, hush payments. So if you think the bathroom tape was the final nail, you haven't seen the feds. So sure, Chrissy Lampkin could be laying low, camera might be smiling on Instagram Live, Jim Jones could be discreetly scheming a vengeance album that smashes Spotify. But Harlem knows until that last voicemail emerges, nobody can declare this controversy done. And believe me, that last drop is precisely where we took this up next. You'd think with a hotel toilet leak, a damning email chain, and heavenly camera receipts that seem like a Dipset blooper, the narrative would cool off. But this is Chrissy Lampkin universe, and logic checked out years ago because just when Harlem believed it had seen every hue of treachery, that final voicemail leaked. And it was so raw that even Cameron's ego cringed. It didn't leak through some large newspaper either. Nope. Barbershop regular who allegedly performs odd tasks for one of Jim's relatives handed it to within an hour. The tape was playing on repeat across TikTok, Twitter, and shady WhatsApp groups. Chrissy's voice is recognizable, and she is a touch tipsy. Voice breaking just enough to sound like sorrow but not enough to seem innocent. Mona. You swear this would die with me if Jim Jones finds out before the end. We lose the bag. And Cam still has the old hotel tape, the first one. If he drops that, I swear. I'm finished. I'll say whatever you want on reunion night, just handle this. Boom. That's not just scandal, but conspiracy with a side of fraud. And a sprinkling of blackmail. Fans didn't need a detective board to connect the links. Chrissy Lampkin manufactured a pregnant storyline to entice a fresh check. Mona blessed it for ratings, and Cameron stored backup receipts. For leverage in Jim Jones, he was simply the mascot carrying the ring box. Nobody was ever going to open by the time the voicemail got the main page of the biggest gossip site. Sponsors were out. One by one, beauty brands, flat belly shirts, and lovers' getaways discreetly canceled marketing arrangements. A luxury candle firm even went nuclear, posting on their Facebook website, "We do not condone deceit. We have dissolved our collaboration with Miss Lampkin, effective immediately." They removed every photo of her tiny poetry flawless, and Jin's camp stopped being his lawyer. Sick up with leaks and dodgy hush calls from Mona's ghost PR team, filed an emergency court order not only freezing the spin-off checks, but also subpoenaing all unaired raw video. Insiders claim Mona's phone was pegged like a slot machine by attorneys, sponsors, and even a Homeland Security contact. If any of this mess passed into wire fraud or charity frauds, remember, reports have been emerging that Chrissy Lampkin used a false baby charity pitch to gain money at luxury gala last year, money that conveniently went into a rental property. Nobody can find on Google Maps Pet enthusiasts who once split into Team Cameron and Team Jim Jones. Like warring groups, Chrissy Lampkin was dragged into the web depths by TikTok modifications, which spliced her bathroom switch with the confession voicemail placed over sad breakup songs and captioned, "Loyalty she's allergic." Meme pages went full nasty. One viral treasure featured a cartoon shop cradling a baby, but the baby was a paper bag labeled spin-off ratings. Another clip had Cameron's famed boy hook playing over Chrissy Lampkin wiping the reel tested with the caption, "Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy." She believed we wouldn't find out, but petty enjoyment aside, the true dagger came direct from the judge, who was allegedly irritated with the reality TV spectacle in his chambers. Dropped a bomb no one expected coming after analyzing the voicemail, hotel footage, and unopened communications. He found that Chrissy Lampkin may have committed purposeful brand fraud and malicious defamation not just against Jim Jones but also against network partners and marketers who bankrolled her. He expedited the fraud hearing to begin within 60 days, which means Chrissy Lampkin, Cameron, Mona, and any intern who ever touched an SD card with her name on it may face dragged into depositions before the next reunion special can even roll out. And where's Chrissy Lampkin now? Rumor has it she's locked up in an unidentified friend's apartment. Strangely, not in Harlem, in Jersey, where no one recognizes her until they watch Love and Hip Hop reruns at 3 a.m. She hasn't shared any selfies, cryptic statements, or even a passive-aggressive narrative about loyalty snakes. Her phone's off her relatives, pleading blogs to respect privacy. Amusing in Mona, she's apparently ghosted everyone but her problem. Although Harlem's favorite troll refuses to skip a bag, he has already signed an exclusive agreement with an upstart streaming platform. Tell all users labeled receipts, the pregnancy deception that murdered Pet, the teaser trailer leaked Granny. iPhone clips of Cameron grinning while skimming through old hotel movies, and narrator Harlem Loyalty died in a bathroom. Pre-orders for the documentary's premiere set record levels in just an hour because love him or loathe him, Kim understands how to convert heartache into a payout with zero guilt. Jim's payback, however, is the piece fans seek next. Trusted insiders say that he has a cooperation record releasing shortly. Petty Bar's unraveling 20 years of silent betrayals track titles are believed to be stuff like Toilet Lies. Test results are awaiting, and more loyal. Too, the streets than her merch is in the works. Jim has always been Harlem's wounded monarch, but now he's using that pain as fuel, and the Harlem streets are swallowing every crumb. Barbershops are betting on whether Chrissy Lampkin will settle, or be brought in front of the court. Aunties, who used to swear by her impeccable manner, now forward memes, calling her the hotel toilet bandit, and somewhere presumably sipping a cocktail none of us can buy. Mona is writing the pitch deck for a Fall from Grace spin-off. Because if there's a single dime left in this disaster, faith Mona to milk it dry. As this circus speeds into its trial finish, one believes it obvious for all her weeping pledges and camera admissions. Chrissy Lampkin miscalculated two things in Harlem: memories and the internet's thirst for a messy, scandal-packed takedown. She imagined she could write the finale. Jim Jones would stay faithful, and Cameron would keep her secret in the vault scheme. Twist: Harlem never needed authors. It needed a leak. So as the judge prepares subpoenas, the sponsors flee, and the fans reload TikTok edits for the billionth time. There's just one. When all the cameras stop shooting, the reunion checks bounce, and the final hoodie slips. The question remains, who really won this disaster gym video, or the streets that saw it all burn for free? Hang around, because in Harlem treachery is eternally trending, and believe me, the last blow is always only one receipt away. Now that you've heard every dirty detail, seen every hidden camera angle, and possibly replayed that bathroom switch footage more times than you'll confess in public, answer me this: do you truly think this issue is over? Do you honestly believe Chrissy's done lying, Kamran's done trolling, the gym's done forgiving? Come on now. Harlan runs on petty, and this judicial circus has shown us that loyalty is cheap. Secrets are money, and nobody, not your favorite reality queen, not your king of Dipset, not even Mona Scott with her unbreakable NDAs, can outrun a controversy. When receipts start flooding in 4,000, okay, here's what I want from you right now: no lurking. Leave your Ross idea in the comments. Did Chrissy Lampkin orchestrate this alone, or was Cameron her puppet master? Is Jim Jones genuinely innocent, or did he play dumb for a check? Who's ready to flip next and release even more? If you believe the hotel video was just the appetizer, press that like button. The main meal is still in Mona's laptop. Subscribe and slam that bell icon, because trust me, the next piece of this disaster will make today's drama look like a bedtime story. Share this video with every petty cousin, messy best friend, and group chat that lives for Harlan gossip. Screenshot it, meme it, tag your ex. If they ever swore I would never lie to you, sweetheart, and never forget, in this nobody remains clean or loyal in this business, and the next leak is always simply one burner phone away. Keep locked in, because you know I'll drop the next bomb first. Meet you in the comments, family. Let's drag this mess.